Here we have a stabilizer wire. On either side we have the prongs which get inserted into the stabilizer housing. The length of the wire in the middle here determines what size key it will stabilize. In this case, a 2U key. Here we have the stabilizer housing. On the bottom are the clips that insert into the PCB to hold the stabilizer in place. Up in the top middle over here, we have the hole that the wire gets inserted into. And down below that is the clip that the wire gets clipped into after it's been inserted into the stabilizer insert. If we take the stabilizer and we turn it here, you can see the opening that you'll be inserting your wire into. The last piece of the puzzle is the stabilizer insert. This is the part that moves up and down inside the housing. As you can see, there are two sides that you could possibly stick the wire into. This side is the wrong side. You want this side, which has the two openings. The bottom one is the one that the wire will insert into. To remove the mushiness from a Cherry stabilizer, you can clip the bottom of the insert. Simply clip the feet that I am pointing to allow it to move more freely within the housing. Here I'm taking my diagonal cutters and trimming off the lower right, followed by the upper left foot. Be careful as you do this not to trim either of the other 2 feet, which are needed for proper operation. When I am done, the stabilizer is ready to insert and will have no mushiness. Assembling the stabilizer is a simple matter of inserting the insert into the housing from the bottom. You want to note that the 2 holes on the insert face the single hole on the housing. When you are done, you insert the wire into the bottom of the 2 holes and keep pressing until it's firmly in place. Having done this, you can rotate the wire up and clip it into the stabilizer housing. Then repeat the process for the other side. To lube a stabilizer, simply put the tip of your stabilizer grease into each side here and put about a half a grain of rice worth into either side. Then flip your stabilizer over and do the same on the bottom, putting about a half a grain of rice worth on either wire. And then when you get done, just move the inserts up and down a bit to spread the grease around. You want it to cover the wires very nicely. Here we have the stabilizer set out next to where it will eventually go on the PCB. You can see that the wire lines up with the 2 larger holes in the PCB. To assemble the stabilizer with the PCB, you simply move the stabilizer into place. Again, notice that the wire corresponds to the larger of the 2 holes, and that the 2 feet at the bottom there have little hooks on them that grab on to the bottom of the PCB. And in fact, if you observe very carefully here, they can pop out, and you just take them and you can rotate them around that to feel where they go and make sure they're seated very correctly. If they don't go in all the way, you might have to rock them a couple of times. And then when you're done, just push it in and it will snap into place, just like this. And then push it in and it snaps into place. And then your stabilizer is ready to go, and if you grab onto it, you should find that it moves freely and without any binding.